Alright, you are watching this largely as it happens, unfiltered. I came home from a tiring day of work to discover a package on the doorstep in the garage, and I know what this is. This is the first copy of my latest book. I've written 5 so far. Now, makes me a member of the 5 Timers Club. So I'm going to unbox this, and you can watch with me. An author's actual book unboxing. Bear with me. Getting it inside the domicile and taking it to the appropriate workspace. Just for sentimental reasons, here are the other 4 books that I've written, and I wanted to do an unboxing of my last one, Great Lakes Folklore, but the camera failed. I was in front of a live audience and everything, and the otherwise very reliable old Sony Handycam 8mm just gave up on me. So sorry about that, Great Lakes Folklore. You turned out beautifully. It is about Great Lakes folklore and history. This one, though, somewhat different. I decided for once to leave behind tales of northeastern Ohio and the Great Lakes for someplace down south. I learned that New Orleans, Louisiana was having their tricentennial. Not bicentennial, tricentennial. 300 years. Didn't do a very good job with that box cutter, nor did I. And I could not let that pass. I knew my publisher wanted true crime stories from major U.S. cities, and New Orleans had not been taken. And I was quite fascinated with the area, the city. So I asked for it and got the assignment. I had previously written about the area in Paranormal Mississippi River, my 3rd book. So I thought that writing the crime history of New Orleans' first 200 years would take me maybe about 3 months, 4 months tops. It took 2 years. It seems on average my books take me 2 years. But here we are. Schiffer has sent me my first copy, and I should explain they're holding to their tradition. When a Schiffer publisher author completes a book, they enclose a bottle of wine. Very sweet, very nice. Too bad I don't drink, but now I have a gift for probably one of my rich uncles who can't understand why I would do something as silly as writing books. Stargazer Tinto. I did have another publisher over in Europe who sent me a bottle of wine once after many years in books. It was like a novelty Dracula-themed wine from Romania. Again, I do believe one of my uncles got that. Always appreciated Schiffer. So here we are. The book is wrapped in some form of, looks like parchment paper. And something you ought to know, when you are writing a book, it does feel like it's going on to 200, 300, 400, 500 pages, the biggest thing ever. But I already knew from the PDF galley I was topping out at 160 pages. There we are. Crescent City Crimes. Doesn't feel like 160 pages when you're writing it, and I will argue that maybe the font size has been shrank to still such work. Crescent City Crimes, Old New Orleans, 1718 to 1918. I guess I could have done 300 years of New Orleans crime, but I don't know. For various reasons, I felt secure in cutting it off in 1918. So did Gary Christ in his, I think it was close to a bestseller, Empire of Sin. So I am in good company there. And there we see my name, Charles Cassady Jr. And the back cover. I have a story to tell about this back cover that I think I will save for another video. First 200 years of New Orleans history, the Crescent City has earned a reputation for sin, temptation, intrigue, lawlessness, ritual, magic, and ghosts. But it's mostly crime I'm discussing in this book. I covered most of the paranormal in Paranormal Mississippi River, of course. So let's see. Put the wine over there. Yes. And you can barely see the resolution, but they did put my illustrator's name down in there, Chip Carpus. Good guy. He did such good drawings for me in here that they took out all the photos that I'd also acquired, and just ran his illustrations, his ink pen renderings like that there. And there you see snuck in his initials, CK. Good for you, Chip. I hope you accompany me to some signings. So here we have the opening, very autographable page there. My acknowledgments, dedication, Ken Warren of the Lakewood Public Library, a tragically deceased library director in this part of the country who was almost a community leader. He really transcended being a library director. Here we are, 7 chapters, close to exactly 160 pages. And looks good, looks neat. There's Chip's blaxploitation movie-inspired illustration for Braz Coupe, the Bayou Outlaw. And good, okay, you'll see. Do you really care? I was setting off every chapter originally with 3 funny little quotations. My editor cut that down to 1, and then I compromised and said, just make it 2 counterpoint little sub-quotations. Sin writes histories, goodness is silent. Goethe. Yes. Thank you, Dinah Roseberry. Thank you, my editor, for going with that. And, well, it's I'm going to close here. I could look at this for hours. Probably will. There's Chip Carpus's rendering of Jean Lafitte. No one knows quite what he really looked like, but a very good romantic, very good rendering. And here we are, my wife Lucy's photographs of us both. There's Chip looking much better than I do. Well, taken with different cameras, different times. Difference between film and video, anyone? Film, good picture, video, kind of fuzzy. But, all right. Well, this makes my day. And now I've just got to order a bunch of copies and try to convince people to book me for author signings and things like that. Also get some publicity in the local Yankee newspaper. I do feel that this will be an honorable addition to the canon of books coming out for the 300th anniversary of New Orleans next year. It's here in time for shipping. Let's see those libraries and stores stocked up and down the Mississippi River. And I am now a member of the Five Timers Club. What's the expression Samuel Johnson said? The day that an author's book comes out, he feels like a monarch in disguise. So just call me Prince Charles, I guess.